Imagine Dragons? Imagine Dragon, these no. Red Hot Chili Peppers, there was some of that too. Yeah, but that was a little too soft for my liking at the time. Disturbed? Oh yeah, absolutely Disturbed. Oh jeez, the fuck? Did I hit my own painting handle? That's what I did. Rage Against the Machine, yes. Warm yourself by the fire, son, and the morning will come soon. I'll tell you stories of a better time. I don't think this is music that I've really outgrown, it's just that I mostly stopped listening to it. Which is not the same thing. Slipknot? I wasn't a huge fan of Slipknot. But Slipknot is okay. Okay, gonna start doing some of this darker color over all of the plate. Okay, that's gonna contrast quite well. I lie to myself and I say that I've outgrown Breaking Benjamin. I can't even remember any Breaking Benjamin songs right now off the top of my head, even though I have listened to a lot of Breaking Benjamin. What's the the Diary of Jane. No, not the Diaper of Jane. The Diary of Jane. I don't remember this song. What's the first lyric, or what the first line of Diary of Jane? I'm going for mostly like a yellowish, greenish tone. Much like my Glotkin. You've never heard of Breaking Benjamin? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think that may have been mostly RuneScape kids that used to listen to that a lot. No, that ain't it, Rumpus. That ain't it. Are you making fun of my RuneScape past, Rumpus? Is that what you're doing right now? Because you make fun of Breaking Benjamin, you make fun of Lowko in 2007 or so. Are you making fun of me? Yeah, no. Actually, Lowko from 2007 should be made fun of. Lowko from any time period should be made fun of. Keeps me grounded, you know? These things are gonna be gold later, by the way, but I'm just filling them in for now. So I can make sure the green is nice and covering. Am I proud of my RuneScape past? Yeah, I don't mind. It's what started me with YouTube video production and stuff. Plus I really enjoyed the game, and I still do. Yeah, my mom used to call it Run Escape, which I hated so much. It's like, no ma, it's RuneScape, not a Run Escape. How in the world am I gonna paint that chest, dude? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we'll just delay our problems. Every time I hear someone mentioning Breaking Benjamin, you start thinking of Halo. Huh. Why Halo? The Halo music is very different, no? I wasn't a huge Halo fan, though. Because I didn't have a I didn't have an Xbox. They did a song for Halo 2? Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't have a PlayStation, man. Or an Xbox. I didn't have either. I had a PSP. Does that count? A PlayStation Portable? What's up, Barnacle? We are painting some of the base coats on the actual rider itself. What the hell did I do all day? Play RuneScape, mate, I'm telling you. I feel like when I say that I played RuneScape, you don't quite register here that I played RuneScape. That's all I ever wanted to do when I was playing a lot of RuneScape. You know that World of Warcraft addiction that many of you have? I went to school, I played RuneScape. I was doing judo at the time a lot. That was a couple times a week. I don't know, whatever else kids do. Hat, Lowko, I refuse to get addicted again. You were an original Baldur's Gate man? Very nice. I'm not addicted to RuneScape, I can quit anytime I want. Alright then. Yeah, I've got a brown belt in judo, Thort. I couldn't go black belt at the time because you had to be a minimum of 18 years old in the Netherlands. And I had to wait a couple years, so I quit. Because I didn't want to wait. I believe they've changed that rule since. But I did judo ever since... I think I must have been... like after swimming lessons. In the Netherlands, most kids get swimming lessons when they're pretty young. I must have been maybe 7 or 6 years old when we were done with that. And then I went straight to judo. I did that for about a decade. A black belt traditionally means you're allowed to instruct. Yeah, maybe it is still. I know they were thinking about making some changes there, Pig, but I'm not exactly sure. But there wasn't any progress anymore, you know? Like I couldn't really make any more... It kind of felt like just doing the same thing, which I didn't really like. I did some jiu-jitsu for 2 years after that. But then I just started going to the gym instead because I didn't really like lessons. Yeah, learning to swim in the Netherlands is a great idea. I don't know if they still do this in elementary school. They probably do. But we had a weekly zwemles, which is like a swimming lessons in elementary school. I did all the sports that starts with a J. Yeah. Maybe I forgot everything, Osva. Yeah, maybe you're right. I haven't done anything with judo ever since I stopped doing it, which is now about half a lifetime ago. I'm assuming I can remember some of it. It would be kind of fun to go back at some point, but I don't know. But I did do tournaments and everything. We did like maybe like one every month and a half or so. We did quite a few. I was never amazing, but I did win a few things. But judo as a one-on-one sport though is obviously no kicking, no punching, none of that. The top tier guys are so good, man. When you look at the Olympics and stuff, those fuckers they're strong. Oh, sorry. Did you have hair again on the stream? Sorry. I remember though some of the judo tournaments. The kids that ended up winning, they were much better. Like there were some that were just really good. It's hard to describe, but like just better. Just better in every way. Because it's obviously in weight category, right? So I remember they would weigh you at the start of the day and then they would like put you in different groups. And they tried to like have the different groups as close together in a weight as possible. But yeah. Exactly, Mickey. Mickey knows what's up. Mickey's got the priorities. Some of these are tricky, man. Holy shit. Trying to be very tidy here, because if I fuck it up, I'm gonna have to go back in with the exact same color that I've already used. No. Generally, people in the heavier classes are stronger, Hard Nipper. Eating something heavy before would not be a great idea. I guess that's true, Osfa. Okay. Yeah, people do insane things before weigh-ins. Okay. How is this part over here? It's got little stirrups over here, I guess. They are back one little bit. Sorry, am I constantly getting my hair into frame? I'm trying to sit upright, guys. But some of these angles are hard for me to see. Lowko, you're blocking my view. I'm sorry, mate. You've returned and turned off the work PC? Does that mean it's the weekend, Echo? But it's not even 8 PM yet. Where's your passion? Echo normally works until at least 8. God, I remember back in the day when you cared about your job, Echo. AKA yesterday. You did the same thing 3 minutes ago? Yo! Happy weekend, gamers. Any plans? Other than playing video games? Frostpunk 2? You plan to drink and smoke? Alright, Thor. Quite the plan. You're gonna get some trash food, beer, and play games? Reading and walking? You're about to finish your 4th French book? Très bien. What's up, Velvet? I mean, bonjour. Where the fuck do the stirrups even go, mate? So for this one, it's really obvious. For this one, not so much. Hey, Anonymous gifting a sub to George. How many regular books do I read? I mean, I listen to audiobooks and I have a Kindle that I read on as well. Do those count as regular books? I don't know, man. Maybe that's, maybe neither of those counts. I listen to audiobooks when I work out, usually. Which I try to do daily. Or at least every day that I stream. You read too much? The wallet hurts? Really? I always think of reading as a relatively cheap hobby, no? Maybe you really read a fuck ton. Oh shit, was that a 3-year resub? Hey, thank you, George. I will add a dark stripe of green for you on my finger. There you go, a little bit of body painting just for you. I feel like if you are spending a lot of money on buying books, like if you're like a really big reader, there's this invention that people did a long time ago called a library. Library cards are actually insane value if you make use of them. One of the local libraries shared the most commonly lent out books. And what I learned that day is that apparently a lot of the dirty books apparently get read a lot. This is apparently by far the biggest category in books right now. Where it's a lot of women in particular apparently that like to read a bit of a spicy category. Yeah, apparently it's wildly popular. I had no idea. You read 3 books a day? Get out of here, I don't believe it. Hey, thank you, Anonymous, gifting a sub to Osfa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What category did I read? I don't know what the name of the category is. Yeah. Basically, the 50 Shades of Grey genre has gotten a lot bigger over the last decade or so. Basically, Thort. Apparently those are the most borrowed books. At least in the library here. The romance novels. You gotta wash your hands after returning them? Oh, come on. No. I used to have a library card. My mom always went to the library once a week. And I would min-max my library, obviously. I remember you could borrow 7 books in the library that we used to go to. You could have 7 books lent out at the same time. So I would always min-max my time in the library. And I would always get 7 books, even though I would never read 7. As an author, Lowko, I would tell you that epic fantasy is dying, sadly, and romantasy is big on the horizon. I feel like in general, though, like, good stuff gets read regardless, right? Like, for example, something like Brandon Sanderson's work is wildly popular. Even though there's, like, very little tension as far as, you know, romance goes. I feel like, yeah, people will read whatever. Like, as long as it's popular. Also, maybe reading in general is just really still very popular, right? Like, maybe it kind of sounds like RTS games to me, where people say, like, RTS games are relatively unpopular, which may be true, but at the same time, there's a hardcore group of people that want to, you know, play RTS games. As far as a percentage, it may not be that big, but I can imagine, like, there is a lot of overlap between fantasy and romantasy, right? Where it's basically like 2 characters fall in love, but there's also dragons. Rather than like cornfields and like barns and shit. No, there's dragons and like castles. Right. But when it comes to new stuff coming out, that's what people want. Yeah, I can imagine if you need to like publish stuff, it's much harder, right? Yeah. You rent about 20 books a week in the library? Damn, Max. That's a lot of books. Okay. We will obviously have to relayer some of these parts, so I'm just making sure that we have like a nice opaque coat. Like a little bit more over here. Oh, there's also a gauntlet here that I have not painted at all. Oh, there's also a... Right. Thank you, Red Panda. Transferring the Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Or transforming it? For some reason it's in Dutch on my screen. I don't know why. It says, Red Panda heeft zijn of haar Prime abonnement opgezegd in een abonnement van niveau 1. That's what it says, gamers. I don't know how you would translate that, but you're welcome. Thank you, Red Panda. I think the most popular book released over the last few years was a romantasy disguised as a normal fantasy, Iron Flame. Which one is the Iron Flame one? Is that the one with the dragons? I think that's the one Lauren's reading right now. We will do a little bit of a different color on this mini too, yes. We will do some reds, some blood, and some nasty things. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more base coat and then we're gonna switch it up. Then we're gonna do some StarCraft. A little bit of brown. But I'm trying to go for a greenish, yellowish tint though, Thort, to make it go with my other mini that I already painted from this same category. So I don't want it to be, like the base colors are gonna be quite similar. You have 1,470 Lennies? That's a lot of Lennies, mate, but there's a lot of people here that have a lot of Lennies. There are several Lenny millionaires in the chat. People that have accumulated so many channel points. Yeah, we'll get to, well, we can reconsider that later, right, Thor? We don't really need to rush out the fancier colors. Speaking of Lenny millionaires, Nolan is here. I believe Nolan currently holds the most Lennies out of any guy in the chat. $2.8 million? Ooh, that's a lot, Echo. Nolan is at 3.7 though. 3.7 million Lennies is actually insane. 2.8 is insane too, by the way, for what it's worth. Echo still shows up driving around in his Ferrari. And then suddenly, right around the corner, is Nolan in his Bugatti. And you're like, guys, the Ferrari is cool too, right? Sure, Echo. That does work, Heartnipper, yes. You took up about half my monitor. Holy shit, that's obnoxious. How does that even work? How do you even do the very large emojis? I don't quite understand. You have to pay for that with bits or something, right? It's a very uncommonly used feature here, but maybe it's common on other channels? I have no idea. Yeah, you have to pay for it with bits, right? But I don't even know how you do it. You pay 60 bits to select the channel emote to gigantify. You click on the bits icon and you click on the gigantify emote button. Ah, there you go, chat. No plans right now, Max. Okay. That shield is a little brighter than I want it to be, but we'll get there. Trying so hard to be tidy. I hope it's gonna work out in the end. Yeah, there's actually a little spot over here that I didn't paint in the base color yet. I think we'll keep finding more of those. If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. True, dude. All good things come from the Netherlands, right? Name one bad thing from the Netherlands, huh? We've invented capitalism, the stock market, slavery. Well, at least a modern variant of that. Anyways, also the stock market, capitalism, the Republic, colonialism, a little bit of that, yeah. Timmermans? You know Timmermans, Thort? Your queen is from my country, so we get 50% of the yeah. Sorogeta, I think is her original surname. She's Argentinian. I didn't know you were familiar, Thort. He used to do EU stuff, right? Yeah. He's not very popular, though. Well, he's quite popular, but he's not making himself particularly popular, it seems, lately. Hey, Tio! Thank you for the 75 months. I heard the Dutch are manufacturing the best chips on the planet. There's a company called ASML that supposedly is very, very good as far as chip manufacturing goes. Not to be confused with ASMR. Although I'm sure there are ASMR chips as well, like maybe Pringles. You could do ASMR with Pringles. But I'm assuming he talked about computer chips. You like potato chips too? I think everybody likes potato chips, Red Panda. You think there's people out there that don't like potato chips? My mom is not a huge fan of potato chips for some reason. I don't understand. How can you not like potato chips very much? It's delicious. Keto people don't like potato chips? Oh, they still like them. There's people out there that don't like cats? The fuck? How can you not like cats? They're wonderfully clumsy. They're very funny without trying to be funny. You don't like potato chips? Ay, 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 Max. I feel like if you don't like potato chips, you can make that in your entire personality. Is that nice? If you don't have a personality, you can just make that your personality. Jeez, man, some of these parts are so hard to paint. Don't touch the fur. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but... Oh, I think I did it. Didn't touch the fur. Holy shit, Lowko. Fucking brush gymnastics. My girlfriend says there's full of minis to paint in my Warhammer 40k box. Can you paint them? $1 million. I'll paint the whole box, mate. Only $1 million. Good deal? $20, best you can do? Ooh, you strike a hard bargain. Damn. Okay, fine, I'll meet you halfway. 500,010. $80 Lennies? To paint the box or the minis? Oh, I was thinking about the minis inside of the box. But I can also paint the box. The cardboard, that is. I feel like if you do a lot of commission work for miniature painting, it's got to be kind of tough sometimes. There will be a lot of folks, I'm sure, that are like, can you please paint my entire army that's going to take you a month to do well? For $50? Please? Please? I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of miniature painting YouTubers have to deal with, man. People that reach out, they're like, please, for $20, please sell me that mini you spent 200 hours on. Then you say no, and they insult you? Yeah, probably. I do think there's probably a lot of people that don't value the time of others like that. Within mini painting, I would not be surprised. I didn't fucking like your painting anyways. For sure that happens. What's up, Ramble? Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to do one little part still on the gloves on both sides. I for some reason never did the gloves on either side. People do offer painting services for mini. This guy does $10, $20, $100 per mini. I don't know how people like that can make a living though. Because even a small miniature is still gonna take a while. Right? Like, if you paint minis for a living, it depends on where you live, yes. It's probably a side gig, yeah. But if you do it for a living, like there are folks out there that will paint minis for a living. Also like the cost of paints and brushes and shipping and everything else. It's gotta be kind of tough. It's a big time investment, man. Like one of the little guys can take hours. So like if someone pays you 10 bucks for something that took you 3 hours to paint, and then you have to box it up, make sure it doesn't get fucked in shipping, and you have to ship it? Like how would, I don't know. I don't understand how some folks like that can do it, but yeah, there's people out there that do that for sure. Maybe I just don't understand the business of it. Yeah, but I think for a lot of folks like that though, you will not be making Like you would have to, so assuming you can paint continuously all of the time, right? And say you like on average spend 2 hours on a small mini, maybe 4 hours on a medium one, and like a full day on one of the larger ones. And you would have to pick them up or box them up. You would have to actually build those things as well, I guess. You would have to have them send over to you. You have to, it's a lot, man. But maybe, yeah, exactly. Maybe if you, maybe they just smash them out. Maybe they just airbrush them real quick, or they just like have a couple of minor colors on it, and it just so it's applicable to tournament rules. That could also certainly be. But I still feel like that's not a very fun job to have, because you're basically just, I don't know, it's just production chain, churning them out as fast as possible, you know? Yeah, there are ways of doing it nicely, for sure. I don't really wanna rush myself, but I do notice on YouTube there is a very obvious trend. It's like, look at me, I painted this entire army in an hour and a half! And they have like 17 miniatures that they painted in Bro, that's what every video is all about. I painted this miniature in 20 minutes. New method for painting miniatures. Like everything's about painting minis quickly and trying to do it fast. I avoid those minis or those videos like the plague. But yeah, there are ways of doing it. I like watching the ones where people do the really big stuff. Yeah, that's what I think is really fun to watch. But yeah, I like the higher quality, many hours spent on this miniature type of things. But yeah, but it's kind of funny though, because there is kind of like there's like two camps of mini painting. You know, there's like one camp where people try to do like high quality and they try to spend a lot of time and really do their best, and then there's a lot of folks out there that try to get it done as quickly as possible and just churn them out as fast as you can. Very little in between, if that makes sense. It seems to be a lot on the extreme end of things. Okay, we're gonna paint the gloves and then we're done. Then we're gonna do some StarCraft. It is impressive though, because I have seen a few of them. It is impressive what some people can do in just a short amount of time. Yeah. A lot of people want to like paint an army for like a game they want to play this weekend, you know? So that's like, oh shit, it's Wednesday. I want to play the game with my buddies on Saturday. I need to paint the entire thing. How do I do it? But I don't have friends, so that's not an issue for me. Yeah. There's an art crowd and then a tabletop crowd. Exactly. Now, people that have like an entire army done though, with display level quality, that's the shit, dude. That is cool. But I guess many of those folks also painted for years. Okay. That's that little glove done. Honestly, we've made quite a bit of progress today. One more glove. Then it's StarCraft time. What time is it? Okay. Checking the clock on my laptop. Is painting minis different from painting in general? I mean, it's different techniques, right? This is kind of like coloring books in 3D. What's kind of nice is like if you're painting canvas, it can be quite difficult to decide what you even want to paint, right? You have people that sculpt a lot of their own miniatures too, but that's an entirely different thing again. People would transform existing miniatures into something and then merge different parts together, or actual sculpting tools. Sculpting's really hard, yes. Sure it is. I've never done it before, but I can imagine it is very, very, very difficult. If you're a 3D artist, just print. Yeah, no, people print stuff too. But you would still have to design it. It's not easy. But yeah, there's a lot of different varieties, a lot of different flavors. Okay, now, obviously it all looks a little bit flat. Once I'm done though with all of the base colors, which we are gonna have to spend some more time on, because I have to do, what else do I have to do? All of the different leather bits. I want to use like a bit of a brighter color and then also probably a darker color on some of the leather. I think that would be nice. Just trying to think what color I would like something a little bit darker too. I don't really have like a dark brown. Oh, actually I have this one. We can use this one. Yeah, I'll use some Rhinox hide as well for maybe like the stuff on the face of the horse. A couple of other little bits and pieces here and there. Then I want to do, maybe I should actually do some of it in like a gray. I think I'll do some of that too. I want to do the chainmail. We want to do some Balthasar gold as well, which is like a brownish goldish color. We got to paint the skeletals, the faces, the skulls, and then we're going to wash it all in one go. Yeah, we still have a lot of things to do, guys. We still have a lot of things to do, but this will be the end of day 2 of me painting this mini. I think we made some good progress. We filled in some of the, we blocked in some of the big parts. Not bad. Alrighty, gamers. I've been painting up. Oh, maybe I should hold it within the camera, huh? I've been painting the Harbinger of Decay. Currently applying a whole load of base coats. And then we're gonna wash all of those base coats in one go with Agrex. That's the goal. So we're doing all of the ropes, all of the cloth, all of the armor, all of the chainmail, the crow itself, like the raven thing over here, the wood over here. We're gonna do the handle of the weapon. The scabbard, there's like a scabbard over here too. The hilt of the weapon over there, all of the leathery parts, all of the ropes, all of the little pouches. Basically, most of the remaining base coats are going to go in one big shade. That's the goal. Damn. Brisic with the casual. How do I do this on this setup? How do I point? The casual 10 gift subs. Huge. Thank you very much. You've just paid for this miniature, Brisic. Hype. Hype. Very nice. Thank you, dude. Glad you still enjoy. That is very generous of you. There's, however, one little part that I forgot painting when I first did the horse's flesh, and that is the face. For some reason, I thought the entire face was skeletal, but it's only this bottom section over here that is skeletal. So you can see that currently there's only like 2 coats on the face area of the horse. And we're gonna have to do some dry brushing to bring all of that up to the same standard as the rest of the flesh. Because currently it's the wrong color. We're not quite there. So we're gonna have to change that. But I think we'll be able to pull that off. But I think that's where we begin, because I need to paint all of the little lettery parts and all of the little metallic parts and all that. And I currently can't really do that if I still have to dry brush over it, right? Because I'm probably gonna catch all of the rains again, all of the leather. So I'm trying to make sure that I do that. First, we'll bring up the face to a reasonable standard, and then we will go from there. Is this one of the Riders of the Apocalypse? He does kind of remind me of one of the Nazgul from the Lord of the Rings. A little bit. I just want a tiny little bit of water in my dry brush. Seems to work out a bit better that way. Okay. I only really need a very small amount, but... I did use a wash on the face, yes. So the order for the face so far, and for all of the horse's skin, we have base coated with Wasteland Clay. I've done a dry brush at that point of Tyrant Skull, which is what we're going to be using once again. Then I did a coat of Light Tone, which is like a sepia wash. And then I've done another dry brush of this, another dry brush of Screaming Skull, and then another dry brush of Pellet Witch Flesh. We've done, yeah, quite a few layers for the very first part of this horse.